Kathy.
Hi.
Thanks for helping me out. I-130 was approved.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll call them for a meeting. We'll discuss what the process will be from here on out. So we'll explain to them that it may take USCIS up to 6 weeks to transfer the file to the National Visa Center. And then until then, they'll pay the fees to the National Visa Center before we can submit the I-601A waiver to USCIS.
Right. Because you can't even submit the waiver until the fees are paid. So we'll do that first.
Okay.
And then we should call them in and go over all the documents.
Collect all the documents. So again, their marriage certificates, the birth certificate of the children, maybe school records.
Right. I mean, the standard is extreme hardship on the part of the U.S. citizen spouse. But I think a lot of people get confused that, oh, my husband can't go back to Mexico. There's no way he could live there. He's living there for so long. But, we have to get them focused back to the U.S. citizen spouse that government is really protecting the U.S. citizen spouse and the U.S. citizen children, but not necessarily protecting the illegal alien who's here in the U.S. Right. So we have to show that without him here, that U.S. citizen spouse, his wife would go through extreme hardship. Luckily, though, when the husband came in about 10 years ago, he did apply for Social Security number and he got that. Okay. So he's been working with that number and he's filed taxes.
And is he the only one working in the family?
Yeah. Okay. At this point, mom's a stay-at-home mom with two minor children, 9 and 10-year-olds. Okay. And so she's staying home and he's the one providing 100% financial support. Okay. So we could submit his income tax returns, the fact that the children are going to the U.S., the schools here in the U.S., that they're doing well, the school records, anything to show that without him here, that she would probably end up as a public discharge. Right. And that she would go through extreme hardship.
Are there any medical issues for any of the family members?
I'm not sure at this point, but that's a good point. We need to see if there are any medical issues, because if they're going through a certain kind of medical treatment in the U.S. that's not going to be available in their home country, then that's an issue that we need to bring up.
Right.
Yeah.
And any other issues, maybe criminal issues that we have to discuss?
That's a good point. So this guy has a minor criminal issue. I think it's a DUI, a long time ago. So he paid the fines and he's done with his probation. So we just have to make sure that he has a certified court documents that we need to submit, as well as for him to bring to the interview in Mexico for his immigrant visa processing. And so you know how it is. This is really the bulk of the work.
Right.
Yeah, the middle part, applying for 601A waiver, is the most important, and it's a lot of work involved.
But it does sound like the petitioner would have hardship without her husband.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the good thing is we've gotten really good success rates on these. It seems like the government really is trying to help the families to stay together, especially, husband and wife, and, for the children to be all together and be able to continue with their life in the U.S.
Right. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll give them a call.
Okay, that'll be great.
Okay.